Let's get this all built up, and then this little area is finished. I actually need to add in a light. I don't want that one, though. I want it down there instead. Let's get rid of that one. And 2 more. Oh, no, damn it. Okay, well, at least I can top those up. I'll do that in just a moment. No. There we go. And there we go. Ah, man, I should have totally set this up to request. I've made the blueprint without telling it what I want the requester to collect. But that'll do for now, I suppose. I need to go and get some more steel. Also, did I ever make... Oh, yes, I did. Fantastic. I forgot I made those right at the beginning of the stream. There we go. Now then, I'm going to need a lot more iron plates. Kill the natives and salt the land? That's a bit harsh. It was their world first. Mind you, I guess... By the same token, I should just leave, but maybe I should go over there and just drop a couple of turrets or something just to keep them from regrowing. Oh, no. I'm constantly confusing the blueprint with an actual laser defense. Alright, there we are. That's another defensive area there set up. Substations for accumulator farms. That would actually make a lot of sense, but it's a blue science pack that's concerning me. Nevertheless, I think that would be really wise. So, yeah, we'll go for the accumulator farms. Alright, let's go take a peek down here. Got plenty of oil at the moment. Is this all backed up at this point? Yeah, we are backing up on the light oil right now. On the plus side, though, that does mean that we now have enough oil that we don't need to be turning any of it into... Well, we only need the light oil being made into... the fuel down here. So, well, I'm actually making petroleum gas out of light oil as well. But I think at this point I can afford to start pulling this place down. Again, still getting a reasonable output from these, but no, we're going to take these. They're barely producing anything at this point now. Yield 10%. Hello. Wow, you're loud. They are really angry. They are not happy at all. Nope. They wish to lodge a formal complaint, I think. This one is also running low, so I'm going to get rid of this and start to pull back the oil operations. Let's get down there. This is actually full of oil. Wait, I should probably leave that. Well, no. We'll get rid of this. Got a huge oil field that we're exploiting up the top. I don't think we need to worry too much about that. Also, sorry about that. Oh, you too. Yeah. Okay. Hello, Chosen Kitty. Don't worry, you haven't missed too much. Well, that said, you've missed about 3 hours. So I guess it was a fair bit, really. Alright. At this stage, I think it is actually time. We've got some basics going up here. Do I have enough steel for a couple more lasers? I might do. How much is there? No, I don't. Okay, we really, really, really need to resolve our iron and steel issues. So, give me half of what you've got. I'm going to top up everything up here. I'm also going to set this up as well to extract this continually. Just to keep my steel going while I work on the rest of this. Alright, so we've increased the efficiency of our science packs by actually running the required components over there. I think this needs to be upgraded, but saying that, part of it is simply because I'm not getting enough iron up to these later parts of the production chain. So, I'm going to focus on changing this first. And once I've changed enough down here, then we'll look into things up there. Right, we can take these away for now. There and there. I think we can do without this for the time being. But I'm going to leave that one set up. Well, actually, 30 solar panels. I could definitely use those being set up. Even if it's just temporary, let me get those deployed. Let's see, we'll place you down there. As far as I'm aware, there's really no way to make this particularly efficient. Unfortunately. No. Absolutely no way at all. So I may as well just do it like this. There we go. Once we've got the correct research done, then we will be able to set up proper farms. It'll be a lot neater. But for the time being, this will just have to do. I'll pop one in there as well. And bring the power out over there. This is not pretty. I appreciate that. Let's get you set up though. And finally I'll have one more out here perhaps. I will be moving things up to around this point soon. But for the time being, there we go. That'll help with our energy a little bit. Right. Resolve my Roboport issue. Oh yes, to build them up there. That's a very good point. Actually, that is probably worth doing right away. Let me see how much steel we've got now that this has been producing plenty. Oh, fantastic. That's actually quite a lot. How far off are we? We're only 2 off. No, we've got everything we need now. Okay. It's a little bit unfortunate that I'm going to have to be doing this. In fact, what I'll do is I'll make these in... Oh, no, we want these. We'll take 200 wires. Also want a bunch of these, if we can. Oh, actually, that's going to be a bit of a pain. How much iron have I got? I've got plenty. So, let me top these up individually. Hopefully that will create a sudden surge of electronic circuits that I can grab hold of just to expedite the construction of advanced circuits. Right. Oh, wow. What's suddenly happening in chat? People being pissy? I hope you're not talking about me. My lord. Dapper people aren't pissy. I might have to go back to Dapper class to refresh my memory if I've been pissy. Stay here to watch... Oh, you're talking about... I see. He won't be able to troll Total Biscuit, I see. Does he not take as kindly to trolling? Right, how many have we got? We've got 43. That should be enough to make a couple of these. 20. We need a lot more now. I'll just collect a couple more. You're here because your computer started talking? My lord. Salem has new devs? Really? I was looking on the forum about that recently. I wasn't aware that they were even close to getting new devs. I thought the current devs had kind of stopped working on it for a little while, whilst they were working on Haven and Hearth. I've watched a few of Total Biscuit's programs. Not any of his streams. I've seen a couple of his WTFs. Alright, do we? I think we may have enough. I'll make an extra 5 for good measure. Right, okay, once the robot port is up there, then I'm going to go back to working on the iron. Now, what I'm going to be doing for the iron is moving these up. These productions are going to be moved up here somewhere. I want to try and get all of my manufacturing close to some sort of central point. In fact, along those lines, I'll probably be moving up the stockpiling for my gears, my conveyor belts, my iron plates, and my copper plates all the way up here somewhere. That way, my logistics robots won't have far to travel in order to fuel up the factories. Or fuel up is the wrong word. Wow, we've actually got that quickly. I wasn't expecting that, considering it needed 100 blue science packs. My lord. Fair enough. I'm actually kind of impressed. Dowie, I generally stream what I feel like. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be fair to say it's completely random, since I tend to play games that I haven't let's played before. And sometimes if the game is kind of larger than the span of a single stream, which might be about 6 hours, then I might come back to it. For example, with Factorio, this is the 3rd stream I've been doing of this, and I've also done a few streams of Faster Than Light and Craft the World, but generally just what I feel like. Now then, we can actually do robot shooting. Oh, no, never mind. That needs alien science packs, and that's not happening. Given how quickly we got to this, how quickly we managed to get the electronic distribution, or electric distribution, I should say, here are the options that I'm considering right now. We can go for logistic robot speed or cargo size, basically logistic robots. Lab efficiency, gun upgrades, and that basically includes anything to their speed of shooting, their damage. I'll pick the best one out of them. Or we can start work on the later tiers of power armor. I'm not going to start work on the fusion reactor yet. That will take an awful lot. And there's not much point because it's a fairly large item to put in your power armor. I wouldn't really have much room on this basic modular armor. It's not even really power armor. I wouldn't have enough room to fit anything else really to make use of this massive power supply. But we could start going down the path of getting the higher tier power armors. And once I've got at least this one, but probably the next one after that, I'll look at getting the portable fusion reactor and then getting really powerful shielding. So those are the options at the moment. Lab efficiency. And yeah, all of a sudden the chat has become quite hate-filled. My goodness. What on earth's going on there? Hopefully Jujo, the dude or Blank Door, can make sure that the chat doesn't get too rowdy and resolve any disputes. Hopefully without the use of the banhammer, but that is obviously an option if it needs to be used. Logistics cargo, lab efficiency, truly use it. Yeah, to be honest, Ken, I actually agree with that. never really been one for lab efficiency because it just means that it'll do it faster if you've got the means to do it. It doesn't actually make it more productive. Let's see, power armors. Look, combat robots. I'm not going for combat robots, Ken. I've already got the distractor, so looks like power armor though. That's the only one that I've really picked out of the chat so far. Hello, Zalefnv. Well, I'm going to have a hard time pronouncing that name, I can tell you now. Now we're going to be going for power armor. So there we are. Ken's love of combat robots? I don't know. Right, we've actually got some... Got a reasonable amount of armor piercing there. That's pretty impressive. Okay, we want a roboport now, if I've actually gotten even remotely close to being able to make one. Oh, actually we need some more gears first. Let's take 100 gears, that'll do. Yeah, we'll set that up. As soon as we've got everything else ready, then we'll be going forward with that. Pizza technology, I wish I could. Alas, I cannot. Welcome back, Johan. My person can't have delicious pizza. My person is wearing, well, effectively what I can only imagine is a still suit. Because they don't need to drink, eat. They're clearly not dying in this hostile alien environment. I'm fairly sure they are actually wearing a still suit. With a full face visor. They are actually working on new sprites for the player, ready for the multiplayer update, because obviously you're going to have different players, different colors on them. Industrialized tea production, I wish. Alright. Actually, that's a good point. I could possibly pick up some fish as well. Have we got that? No, not even close. Still 18 away. Actually, if I... No. I'm not going to have enough otherwise. I do need at least 14 of them. That's a shame. And yes, I do actually have quite a few alien artifacts at the moment. I haven't got enough for a fusion reactor yet, I don't believe. Let me go and check. I currently have 61 alien artifacts. Which isn't too bad. Could be better, but it isn't too bad. Right, okay, what do you need? You need copper cable, electronic circuits, and plastic. Ah, okay, that's not so good to be moving up there. This one requires copper and steel. You know what? I could set that one up. Is there anything else that needs steel that I could build next to it? You need steel. You need a load of things, actually. But you... No. You do, but I don't want to rebuild you. I could actually set up a conveyor belt for these. I mean, we've got the... we don't have the electronic circuits coming through now, that's true. Damn. Okay, well... Again, I think it is important to try and use the really high yield stuff, like the iron and copper plates, and actually have them filter through and be used up. So copper, iron, and steel. The steel can be transferred, because we're not making enough of that really to warrant having a conveyor belt for it. But the copper plates we could have. Yeah. Let's just have a quick look at this. Copper and steel and metal. If I place a factory around here... Oh no, that's a chest. Oh, actually, first and foremost, let me go and place down our RoboPort, which is now ready. Fantastic. Let's go and get this placed up here so it can protect this whole area. You know what? That actually wouldn't be a bad place to put it. I'm not sure it would be the greatest place to put it either, but... Actually, if I have it all the way out there, then it can supply my... Yeah, we'll place it there. And this will allow it to supply my network of... Oh, can we place this one? There we go. Right, that will also supply the requesters for bullets. On that note, I need to upgrade you to requester chests. And then we're good. Let's get down. Ah, damn it. I need to go around. Okay, are you set up to request? Yes, you are. Glorious. I'm going to clear that one, and now I'm going to copy this. Because I didn't have it requesting the right things before. I don't think. I may have, but we'll see when I next try to build one of those fire bases, whether it copies the settings across. And we want you to keep a stock of 100 of these. Slowly, we are going to arm all of our fire bases with a combination of regular guns and laser turrets, and have the logistics robots make sure that they are kept fully stocked of bullets. And I think that's probably going to be the best thing to do, instead of worrying about having conveyor belts delivering the bullets all over the place. But that I'm pretty happy with. Does that also catch down there? Yes, it does. So now pretty much all of the base that we need to protect is protected. Though, that said, I'm going to quickly go and check on our expansion bases. It's been a long time since I've had a look. And I would hate to find out that they were all messed up. Ooh. I almost reversed into a tree. Alright, how are we doing down here? Ooh, we've got a little bit of damage. Let's get that fixed. Just a tiny, tiny bit of damage there. On the whole, this place looks good. And because it's so far out of the logistics network, there's really no reason to set up regular guns, traditional guns, because I wouldn't be able to keep them stocked with bullets. Now I'm going to wait for the train to go down to... Oh, the train's already here. Fantastic timing, train. Take me down to the other expansion base. I wish to check on it. Oh, Smitzer, you're more than welcome. Nanomachines, yes. The only problem is that if I was involved with nanomachines, the grey goo would be a reality. It wouldn't be a theory or a possible doomsday mechanic. No, it would be an inevitability if I was involved in nanomachines. I wouldn't be able to help myself. And it wouldn't be unintentional either. I would completely do it on purpose. Now, this place is fine. So, which base is attacking us up here, then? That's a bit of a quandary. Perhaps I should move that... Well, no. I like having that radar dish there. Perhaps I should build a new radar dish up here so I've got a bit better line of sight. Because these things do have an enormous line of sight. Our radar dish there is over there, so if we place one here, we'd probably clip these... Well, maybe not quite, but we may get a better idea of where we're getting attacked from at the very least. And I am still seriously impressed that this is actually Izdar's RoboPort. That's fantastic. Someone in my chat has their name in this game. I didn't even put it there. I think you can rename things, but I don't know. Alright. Anno with some of us. You know what? I probably could. I am looking for suggestions of multiplayer games, though I tend to prefer the games to be free, or at least have a relatively large free component, just so that it's inclusive. I don't like the idea of people being left out because they didn't happen to have the money to buy a game. That doesn't sit too well with me. But I suppose we could. Really? I've only just left. Oh well, I'm sure it's fine. Okay. Let's go up here. I should make sure that that place has got plenty of repair packs, though. I would like a new radar. Yeah, we'll build a radar installation up here. I think this would make sense. Did that build straight away? Really? Wow. Well done. We're going to build it there. Now, where have we got sight on? Wow, we've got actually a load of sight. We can see all the way down there. And this will now slowly scan out this area a little bit more. But we've got a good sight on the bases up there. I'll think about that. Hopefully these defenses are enough to dissuade them from attacking us for now. But we'll have to check that out. Also, I no longer need this wall. Let's get rid of you. Anti-native pest spray. This isn't mush. What's the pity, really? Wow, no. That makes it sound like mush is a better game. Mush is a different game, and I enjoy it. Wow. Actually, I wouldn't say I enjoy it as much. I actually prefer this to mush, but mush is still a very good game. Okay, how are we doing? The light oil is what's holding us back on production of our solid fuel there. Right. I think it is time to get rid of you. Alright, and we'll have this come across and go up there. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to move some of these. My inventory is cluttered all the time. Why? Why must it be like this? Right, we're going to use these. Simply because that's going to be a little bit better for us being able to move other things around. Now, I'm not going to be doing this stupid thing and just trying to dig that up. No. I have learned my lesson. That will not be happening this time. Nope, nope, nope. We're going to be going up here. And we'll be setting up another one of those supplier chests around about here. How far does that go out to? That's actually not too bad. Though that said, I do actually want... Well, this is going to be temporary no matter what. So I'm just going to move this out of the way for now. I mean, eventually all of this will be production anyway, so... Alright, we want armor-piercing bullets. That is what we desire at this location. Okay. Oh, I'll possibly check that out then, Smitzer. Right. Now, we're going to want steel here as well. So we're going to want a requester chest, which I believe I have. That will... You know,